In that space between Palm Sunday and Maundy Thursday, our Gospels capture Jesus among his disciples, among the people, and with a perception that we often don't get of Jesus. Jesus in his most human-like reaction of getting angry. One of those stories takes place in Matthew chapter 21 when Jesus goes to the temple and finds the money changers inside. He gets irate, angry, and with cords and whips turns over their tables in an expression of his displeasure. We don't often think of Jesus as angry. It's not the loving image of Christ that we hold in our hearts. But I think in the midst of where our lives are now, it is important to recognize that just as anger is part of Jesus' story, it's part of ours as well. During this time apart, during this crisis, during this intense period of stress that so many of us face, we recognize that anger is often one of the ways that we cope with grief and that we process stress, even if it's not most healthy. I have gotten unnecessarily angry at others. Others have been unnecessarily angry with me. I've seen in children those who get angry because they have no other way to process what is going on in their minds right now in the midst of all of this. We're going to get angry. We're going to say and do things that we regret. But we're reminded that in the midst of all of this, Christ doesn't stay angry. Jesus, immediately after he does that, does exactly what we would expect him to do. And there in the temple, people bring the lame, the sick, and the broken to be healed. And right there in the middle of the week, Jesus does it. He brings healing to all of them. In the midst of all of this, no matter how long it lasts, no matter how stressed and frustrated we are, no matter how much we grieve, the thing that we have to remember is that ultimately Jesus' healing comes to fruition. And Jesus' healing presence will be there. If we get angry, if we upset others, if we upset ourselves, we are reminded of God's never-ending forgiveness for us. We are called to seek that from others and to grant that to those who seek it from us. Our emotions are raw and real right now, and so are Jesus's. But at the end of it all, the healing power of Jesus' love is made known to us. May that sustain you each day in this Holy Week and always. Amen.